Basically, there's a bunch of epic, stupid motherfuckers running around. Um, Basically, people using technology. Like I said, they raided my warehouses and they raided my museums. And they basically got a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of technology. They didn't understand how it worked or anything else like that. And they basically ran around just killing people, using it on people, fucking with people, lying to people, just doing whatever, trying to charge people money, trying to make themselves feel like they're powerful, rich, or something like that, or trying to create a system where they could be on top. And basically, that's all they've been doing. All they were doing. Like, it's just stupid. Anyway, there's more than enough technology in the universe and just a bunch of idiots running around pretending like there's something. Alpha males, Alpha Romeos, and they're just stupid. A bunch of people that could type in some stuff into a computer and have it read it out. Basically, and other people could watch some programs. And just a bunch of epic lies until basically there's not much left. Just my history was so long. Like I said, they tried to take down my history. And realistically, the stars you do see are someone else trying. Well, I set it all up. I built all the stuff. I had all the stuff built for me, for myself, because I wanted it to be built and stuff like that. And people needed stuff. So since I was building it and since I was having it built and I owned it all, I put my stars on it or had my stars put on it. Or some people put stars on it as commemoration because they knew me. Anyway, though, realistically, some other idiot used all the stuff to basically do war and everything else and all that stuff, not realizing how much other technology was actually possible. He actually shot himself in the foot, which is probably a good thing because, there's a lot more stuff, a lot more amphibious vehicles, a lot better stuff, a lot more technology that's possible in the future and stuff like that. Now technology, forever life forms. The only person that actually went that far was Jimmy Carter, and he was psychotic. And eventually he gets some nanotechnology, and he's Mr. I'll never die. And basically because he's really killed that many people and really done that much bad stuff in the universe and everything else, and was really that psychotic that if anybody ever found out what he had done or who he was, or how he had lied about being creator or being this or being that at some point in time far in the past, that basically he would be dead. There'd be no stopping whoever went after him. He had killed so many people, they had raped so many women, they had done so much damage that basically there would be no stopping who, basically the whole universe would basically react and kill him instantly because he was that bad. And basically, yeah. So, and I was basically just kind of like a side note, really. I was just the one who began the universe or something like that. But he was the one they were being psychotic. They would just grab whoever they wanted and have sex with them or rape them. They had a bunch of black people with them and a bunch of other people with them, just thinking that it's a good time club. But it wasn't. And then realistically, it was only their good time. It was a really very, very much bad time for the rest of the universe and the rest of the world. As these idiots run around doing whatever. Like Bill Gates, some stupid little like wet crotch teenager boy pulling down the underwear of young girls, with a gun. And he even shot one of them through the pussy. So like I say, very bad. Anyway, Bill Gates was a very stupid human being. Anyway, that's what he did. His name was Zachary, though, back then. The teletype room and some other stuff. Anyway, he's in Ireland thinking that just because he was in Ireland that the American laws wouldn't matter. Foreign exchange student, like, ooh, you're in another country. So he was breaking the other country's laws, not really caring. Anyway, and they ran home or something like that before they could get him or something, and then blah, 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 or something. I don't really know. Like, you have to talk to Bill Gates. Give him a lie detector test and give him some drugs and see what he says. He'll probably tell you the whole story about everything, and his dad, too. Apparently, he was trying to get his dad killed, though. Basically, what we had started doing is pretty much using the computers to make his dad rich, and then he'd be rich later on, or some shit like that. I don't really know. Eventually, he tries to kill his father for the money or something. So, anyway, but his father might not know about it. I don't really know. So, I think that's Zachary or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. There's a few children that try to kill their parents after they make their parents rich or something like that. And then try and get the money. Or maybe it's somebody else. I don't really know. I don't really care. It's between them and their parents. And everything else. So, anyway, not my deal. So, anyway, though, but I do have knowledge of it a little bit. I met them or I knew them to some extent, and they for some reason considered me enemy, or they're just fucking with everyone, and I was just part of everyone. So I was just a very old epic person, that happened to have a lot of stuff, and probably the only one who could actually stop them or affect them. Because I do have that many life forms. Like the whole universe really does turn against you at some point. You know. And besides, like I said, they couldn't affect me back in the past because I hadn't created them yet. So even though they were trying to kill me and trying to do something about it, so everyone knew about how the humans were trying to kill me. Everyone. The whole universe knew that the humans were going to kill me or trying to kill me or trying to fuck with me. It's not a surprise that Rodney and everybody else would capture me and start fucking with me. Everyone knew that they were. They had been trying to do it before they even existed. That's how bad it was. Like they were actually using time travel from the future to go back to the past and try and kill me. Not understanding why they couldn't kill me. Because I hadn't created them yet. They're killing a lot of other people, doing a lot of other things, but they couldn't kill me. Anyway, and like I said, it became so bad that I just didn't create them for so long, and I actually had existence as just exoskeletons and 1.5s. And then later on, of my existences. Basically, it's my space and planets. Like I said, in space, a lot of life forms just kind of like, because I left other life forms alone. I only built my own stars and my own planets. So there's a lot of life forms in the universe that just saw me just basically playing over there by myself with my little life forms. Just doing my own little thing. I didn't bother them. They didn't bother me. I kept my life forms corralled in my own little area. I was like, now don't go out there. Humans were the only ones who decided to go out there and meet everything else. Or do everything else. Or thinking that I had actually created all the life in the universe. Like, I created a big portion of it, actually. I didn't create all the life. But at some point in time, humans thought I created all the life because some idiot didn't know me. Or didn't know enough about me. So he went out there and just started, like, tromping around the galaxy like a big kid. And he met a whole bunch of other life forms that, thinking he owned the place. Anyway, though, like I said, I know what I've done, and I know what I did, and I'm responsible for a lot of life forms. Like I say, probably a third, or maybe 2/3. Some people say 2/3, some people say all. I don't really know. I only saw about a third, basically. 800 maybe. I lost count, actually, after a while. Like, there might be 2,000 or 3,000, like planets or galaxies. I'm not exactly sure. Like, I just kind of, and besides, one leads to another, kind of. Because once you start creating matter, eventually they kind of start forming up and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever. I don't really know. I don't care. It's not my problem. Like, I was just creating matter in the universe, particles. Also, a lot of radiation, which was damaging to the rest of the life in the universe. Like I said, there was other life forms in here before there was so much radiation, so many stars. The stars create the radiation, so I kind of kept my stars all together because the fact that there's more blackness out there. Maybe there's more galaxies, maybe not. I didn't really want to affect anything else in the universe. So, and there's space-borne life forms, so that cruise around or something like that. Anyway, I don't know if I actually met any of them, but there was life in space just by itself existing. So, and it's possible the radiation does actually feed them or help them. I don't really know. Like I said, I was just doing my own little things, particle creation, stars, stuff like that. I just knew my own little existence. I didn't even know that much. I just happened to be, it was mostly my life forms too. My life forms became that powerful too. So anyway, whatever. Like I said, more power to you, whatever. Like, now I have a bunch of homies or a bunch of other people thinking that they're powerful or something or blah, blah. It's like, you know what? I'm just really old. I own that star and a whole bunch of other ones. I only kept about 120 planets and star systems. So I didn't really keep all that much. Like, not even the whole Milky Way. Really. I might own it all, but that's just because I live here. Or something else like that. And I create 800 other galaxies. So it's like, well, two's all right. 2 galaxies, like 2 galaxies out of 800 galaxies, or 3,000 galaxies, or something. So that's all I kept was basically mostly just my space clock, because it's my space clock. It has sentimental value, So anyway, that's why I own these 2 galaxies or whatever. But there's 800 others that I built, or more. I don't really know. Other life forms were like, "That's so cool. Could you build something for us?" And so I did. So they were happy. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Now you have Karen and Rodney and a bunch of other people. I think Karen's cool, but her boyfriend's psycho, I think, or stupid. A bunch of black people fooling around, thinking it's funny. And some other people. Like, I met one of them, and he thinks it's hilarious. And it's like, it's not hilarious, dude. It's really fucked up.